You spent 30 minutes crafting the perfect cold email. It's attention-grabbing, concise, and rivals the Mona Lisa in beauty. You shoot it off to a prospect which on paper looks like the world's most qualified lead. You know that if they were to buy your product or service, it would be the best decision they ever made. An hour goes by, then 3, then 10, then an entire day goes by. Why hasn't the prospect responded? According to my perfectly laid plans, I should have gotten a response and closed them already. Now you're faced with the decision. How should I follow up? Your mind gets activated and you start pacing around the room. Should I call them? Should I send another email? Should I purchase a ticket to fly over to the office and show up like a creep? Even though you've been told the fortune is in the follow-up, you don't have the slightest clue how to follow up effectively. In this video, I'm going to show you the rules for an effective follow-up. First, your follow-up process should have well over 5 touch points. Studies show that 80% of sales are made in between the 5th to 18th touch. This means that it's not sufficient enough to just follow up once and then give up. Second, when following up, be intentional with your language and self-aware in your messaging. Each word matters. Each word carries its own connotation and implied meaning that people attach to it. For example, if you were to start an email off with "Dear," believe it or not, your legitimacy is lowered. This is because you're using antiquated language with your prospect that's also way overly formal. I've received follow-up emails that have been stuffed with buzzwords and overly flamboyant language. Using this type of phrasing in your emails is ineffective and you're just shooting yourself in the foot. Another bad one is ending emails with "Sincerely." What is this, the Victorian era? Also, I tend to see a lot of emails that have way too much fluff in them. Here's the thing. Your prospects are busy people managing their own teams and taking care of business. If you don't get to the point and get out, you're gonna get ignored. So cut the bullshit on asking them how their day is or how the weather is. Save that small talk BS for later. Third, you should strategically switch between prospecting channels. Here's the thing. People will get real sick of you if you're just spamming their inboxes all day. Switch to the phone, switch to social, mix it up in order to avoid this annoyance. Different prospects prefer to engage in different prospecting channels. There's been a lot of scenarios where I've emailed someone who didn't respond, but as soon as I sent them a text, they responded. However, the key is to know when and how to switch between different prospecting methods. Okay, so now that I've taught you the 3 main elements of effective follow-up, you might have noticed that there's a big glaring problem. It's too much work to always be thinking about multiple touches, intentional wording, and different prospecting channels. If you're thinking about all this stuff for every step of the way, you're gonna be wasting mental time and energy. That's why the best way to consistently accomplish the above several points is to have a structured follow-up sequence that you use every single time for following up on cold prospects. But if you wanna cut through the noise and multiply the effectiveness of your follow-up, one of the best ways I've found to do that is by using memes. Yeah, those funny little images people send to their friends, and well, actually now that I think about it, I think I made a free training about it. What a coincidence, right? Click link below to get instant access to it right now.